This is Leonard from T.O.B. That is Thinking Outside of the Box. Coming to you from, of course, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And we have a different type of box here. As many of you know, and as well my brother Bill, he definitely knows I'm a huge sci-fi fan. I like Star Wars, Stargate, Star Trek, Babylon 5, Battlestar Galactica, and of course, all the other ones that there's just a whole list of them. I love them all. I have some models of quite a few of them, and of course I'm going to be building them up. But this is going to be one of my projects for the new year. My first project for the new year is going to be this Star Trek Klingon vessel. It's called a Klingon Vor'Cha-class battle cruiser. Now, I'm going to tell you a couple things about this vessel. And then I'm going to, of course, go over the kit review with you and then talk to you about different options I have for paint and see if I can get some feedback, of course. So this vessel was actually named in Klingon. And, I studied some Klingon and I know a few things. I know I can probably talk some Klingon to you. But it comes from two words, Vor, which is V-O, or Voh, and which means cure, and Cha means like torpedoes. Cha, suggesting the name Vor'Cha could mean something like torpedo cure or cure with torpedoes. Now, this Vor'Cha vessel first appeared in TNG in an episode called Reunion. And it was first identified by name in the encyclopedia, Star Trek Encyclopedia on page 157 in the first edition. And of course, it was first officially spoken by Worf in Deep Space Nine in the episode Way of the Warrior when they were rescuing Dukat. And a Klingon Vor'Cha decloaked, and he identified it by name. And of course, he had some ideas how to modify the tractor beam to disrupt the disruptor fire of the Klingon vessel to help them escape. Now, it was developed in the 24th century, of course, and it was one of the most largest and most powerful vessels in the Klingon Defense Force. Often used as command vessels, especially in very large engagements, like the Borg invasion of 2376, the Cardassian uprising in 2377. These battle cruisers were refitted, of course, as diplomatic carriers for the High Council, and because of their superior defensive capabilities and armament, which I will go into as well. But it was built in 2347. That's when they first started coming out with them under Chancellor Gowron, especially, was really believed in this, and he used it as one of his command vessels. And it was from the Kronos Orbital Factory. And are you ready for this? It can hold 1,900 troops. And it's rumored to be able to actually hold double that in an emergency or in a stress situation. But it's equipped, of course, with a standard Klingon cloaking device. Has a main warp and two impulse warp system and two impulse system that has a normal cruising speed of warp 6, a maximum cruising speed of 8.8, and a maximum warp speed of 9.6. And that can be maintained for about 4, maybe 5 hours. But depends how, if they're really willing to push the engine. The forward part of this ship is actually detachable, and it can be used as a lifeboat, especially if it's, with ambassadors or High Council members. It can be used for that. It also has 28 decks. This is a massive ship. This is no small ship. This is no runabout. And it is comprised of a double thick hull of duranium and titanium. That's where all these thick plating is. You see in the details of the ship, and I'll go over what's actually on the model, but that's where you see these. These are endemic to most of this, at least these design, to a lot of the Klingon vessels. But this has a double layered hull, which is really high density, like 16 centimeters, enhanced structural integrity field. But it has a main disruptor here. The main disruptor, it fires about 60,000 terawatts of destruction. It has 4 triple fire photon torpedoes and a maximum armament carrying capacity, if it's fully loaded, about 550 to 600 rounds of photon torpedoes. It also has a polaron disruptor. It targets the shields and subsystems. Comes with a standard tractor beam, and it's just a massive vessel, and one of the most powerful ships. It's one of my favorite ships, along with the Klingon Bird of Prey. Now, about this model, it has about 50 parts, and as you see, there's a lot of detail to the hull. Those are the vents, and I'm going to identify. There's a lot of windows and stuff I can put on there. There's not a whole lot of room inside. I'm going to try to, of course, fit my lights in my sound modules. I may have to really get creative, and there's not a whole lot of room, as you can see, in there. And it comes, of course, with the forward detachable bridge, the main bridge up front, the warp nacelles, and of course the back the back of the bridge, and the back of the ship, and the front, as you see here. And of course comes with some other parts. The other main tree has the warp nacelles, and of course the other 2 bridges. Yes, it has 3 bridges. But I love this ship. There's going to be, I'm definitely going to light this up. And I don't know exactly how much I can put in there, but I'll have to get creative and think outside of the box. It comes with decals, of course, with Klingon symbols on it. You can put they go on the top of the wings there, and it comes with a wonderful, beautiful stand with the Klingon symbol on it. As you can see, that's how you paint it up. I'm really excited about that. And it comes with the tube, the stand. It comes, and it's hollow. So that's going to be advantageous. I don't know exactly how many wires I can do, but at least the main power wire and maybe the sound module power source. We'll see what happens. The instructions are well put together. Really big diagrams. You won't have any problems figuring out. It's a simple model. Like I said, it's a skill level 2, and it was released in 2016. It's 1/1400 scale, and so it's not going to be really hard to put together. There's a lot of details that I want to add to it. Definitely to think outside this box. And it comes with some clear part trees. Not too many, mainly for the warp nacelles and the deflector array in the front. And of course, I'm going to see what I can do to add some more, clear lighting in it. Of course, the deflector array there, the warp nacelles. And of course, I'm going to have to paint those red markings up. I'm going to get creative with that. Now, as far as the paint job, I want some feedback here. I got 3 different options that was suggested in a couple of Facebook groups. I have Clover Green here. I have a Tamaya Dark Green here. And I have a Tamaya Metallic Green as well. I'm not sure which one I'm going to... Of course, I'm going to test paint a couple spoons just to see how they come out. But I'm looking for some feedback. Please comment below if you've made some Klingon vessels or you built this. Of course, I got a Romulan vessel for Christmas. I'm real excited. I'll be able to use some of these greens for that as well. But do continue to join us. Join us on YouTube. Subscribe and like to the channel. That's T.O.B. Modeling on YouTube. And, of course, come to our Facebook page, T.O.B. Modeling on Facebook. Just be a part of the model building community. Share your builds, share your videos, share your tips and tricks. We want to hear them, and we want to just be a part of the whole model community, as you know. And give me your feedback. I love it. But stay tuned to T.O.B. Same Star Trek time, same Star Trek channel. Kapla, or enunciated kapla.